I want to start off by saying I'm not quitting, nor am I taking a break. Quite the opposite, actually. But I gotta get some shit off my chest. I've been a prisoner in my own mind for so long, but that stops now. And I'm doing this in hopes that this video helps someone that might be doing or feeling the same way. I have been a perfectionist my entire life, and in some ways that has been helpful, and in other ways not so much. But for those of you who don't know, what is a perfectionist? From Google, it states that a perfectionist is someone that refuses to accept any standard short of perfection. So if you don't think it's good enough, you're not doing it, essentially. And you're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until it's quote unquote perfect in your mind. But that's the thing about it. There is no perfect. Nothing is perfect. So like no matter how hard you push or you spend a lot of time on something, nothing can ever truly be perfect. And it has been, for other words, a fucking rat race, I guess. Like, think about it like this. Think about it like you're a hunter and you're like, you live in bumfuck nowhere, right? You're a hunter, you live in a village, and there's this gazelle, right? There's this giant gazelle that's like eating all the crops and stuff. But it's a really big gazelle and it would bring food because everyone's starving or whatever. So you train up to be this hunter, okay? And your goal is to catch this gazelle. You're stumbling, it's getting away, you're failing to track it, blah, blah. But one day, you're finally on track. You're finally on track with catching this gazelle. You're chasing it. It's bobbing and weaving through trees and shit. Spear in hand, you're ready to go. You're like right on its tail. And then like one day, or not one day, then you're like chasing it. And you're chasing it, jumping through trees, all that stuff. And then like you hear it running, and then you hear nothing. But anyway, spear in hand, you're chasing this damn thing. You're like right behind it. As soon as you're about to stab it, it runs off a cliff and hits the ground. You climb all the way to the bottom of this like cliff. And the gazelle is dead. And it's like, you should be happy because it's like, hey, I got the gazelle. Like, I reached my goal. Sorry I keep sniffling. I'm fucking nervous. I'm like shaking just talking about this shit. But you reached your goal. The gazelle is dead. So you haul it back to the village and everyone's happy. Everyone's praising you like, oh, you did such a good job. You're the best hunter in the village. Whatever. But you feel empty. You feel empty by it. Like, it doesn't bring you satisfaction. It doesn't bring you any satisfaction. You finally achieved your goal. Like, you've been training for months, years even, to, like, catch this goddamn gazelle. And then as soon as you get it, it's like, that's it. You got the gazelle. You won. You beat it. And you feel empty. You feel absolutely empty. Like, that's it. Like, I didn't even get to, like, really shine. Like, I didn't even get to, like, really, like, show my abilities. I didn't even get to finish it off. It's just, like, it just happened, and I won. And it's not... You feel... I bring up rat race because that's kind of how it's been for me. It feels like I'm constantly like chasing a dragon, chasing that gazelle. Like you're more excited chasing the dragon or gazelle. You're more excited chasing the gazelle, dragon, whatever. And then when you finally get it or take it down, It's almost like the chase is more exciting than the actual goal. And that's always something I've kind of struggled with, like when it's like when it comes to like achieving goals, I work, part of it is like being a perfectionist. I work very hard to achieve what I want, but then finally getting there, getting to a place where I feel like, hey, hey, you did it. You did it. You done it. You reached your goal. It has always been like kind of lackluster. And part of it, I know part of it comes up with my upbringing, and I just I don't want to live like that. Like I don't want to feel like I'm forced to like live this endless rat race. Cuz there's so much more to life than just like onto the next goal, onto the next goal, onto the next goal, like a mouse in a hamster wheel or a hamster in a hamster wheel. Like there's more to it than just kind of like bumbling around until you make it or whatever. And like and I guess this and I've always kind of been like this, like with even with like making videos, but this especially like reared its head like around the time that I put out my Jammer Lammy video. Cause like I remember the day I made it, or the day I was like editing, or because I spent weeks, like literal weeks, writing the script for that fucking video. And then like the day I was editing, like I edited for like a good, I want to say like 14, 15 hours straight. Because I was like so determined. And that's like the perfectionist in my brain. It's like, you can do this, make this happen, push, 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 push. So I sat in this chair and edited all day. And then like I finally posted it and I was like, I'm done, I'm wiped, I'm going to sleep. Like I checked my analytics before I went to bed, and it had a couple views, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Whatever. Like I worked on it all day. I don't care if anyone watches it, whatever. And I went to sleep. I woke up the next day. I woke up the next day with I woke up the next day and my heart like sank. My heart sank. And it wasn't like oh, like someone left like a rude comment or whatever. Like it was really positive. Like there was a bunch of positive remarks and comments and stuff like that. And like I got like a shit ton of subs from it, and it scared the fuck out of me. Probably one of the scariest feelings that I think I've ever been through. Like, some things about me. I'm not very. I'm not a very open person. I don't talk about myself often. I don't like. I don't like talking about my past or like my life even. Even sitting here talking about it now is like I'm shivering, like I'm shaking. I don't know why. I feel deeply ashamed. I feel like a deep sense of shame for even having to like sit down and make this video. And I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to keep this inside me. I just want to talk about it. I know this is rambly and not the usual stuff that I make. Like even so, like every video that I make, I try to keep it like clear and concise, like no rambling whatsoever. But I feel like for this, I just need to sit down and talk about it. I ramble a lot, which is why I have to write scripts, because I could just go on and on and on. But like if I'm not comfortable talking, if I'm not like comfortable talking, then like I ramble, I stutter, I jumble my words or whatever. Being a perfectionist has been Not great when it comes to making YouTube videos, because I feel like I'm constantly like comparing myself to everyone else, and that's like the shittiest feeling. I think I've that's like the shittiest feeling because I'm not really. I like even as a kid, I wasn't like a very, I want to say like jealous. Like I wasn't a jealous kid like in the slightest. Like it was fun to celebrate other people. It was fun to lift other people up. But I feel, but like as an adult, I feel like talking about like or like seeing like other people like grow and do all this stuff, and I'm just like, damn, I have a hard time talking about like I'm sitting here freaking the fuck out, almost having a damn panic attack about admitting this. Um, but I just wanted to put this out there that like it's okay not to be perfect. It's okay. It's okay to have these feelings of like, damn, is anything I do good enough? It's okay that it's normal. It's normal. Just don't let it change like who you are. Don't let it eat away at you, you know? And this is my kind of way, like me sitting here talking about this. This is my kind of way of doing that. Of putting myself or being vulnerable with myself and putting myself out there in a way. I've sat on this idea for like days now, and I just want to be completely transparent and honest about how I feel. I don't want to hold things inside forever. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I don't want this to go on for too long. My next video will probably be on the Horde mode update for Metal Hellsinger. I I'm excited to get back into making videos. I'm excited. I feel like I've made really good progress in the past few weeks, and I just want to keep growing. So I want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble. I'm sorry this is out of fucking nowhere, but yeah. Thanks for listening. Stay squishy and have a good one.